Okay, guys, I want to talk to you about something. So these are some of the cheapest possible welders you could buy on Amazon. These are Hizone, Hizone. You could see that on the sides of them right there. So this one is a stick welder. This one is a flux core MIG welder. All right. So you see the difference. This one comes with a ground clamp and a stick lead. This is ground clamp, stick lead, MIG. Both come with typical cheap, hammers and wire brushes. Kind of shitty, but they get you started. They work. They both have shoulder straps that you could hook here and here, and if you want to take them for a walk, you can. But here's the thing. I haven't plugged either of these in. I haven't run them yet. I'm going to do another video on that. But I've been through, let me think, Bestarc, Yes Welder, ArcCaptain, multiple ArcCaptains, multiple Bestarcs, multiple LOTOS welders, Winbegin. I've been through a couple of those. Multiple Andeli. All of these are imported welders. I think the point that I want to make to you is that, like, when it comes down to it, there's very little difference in these. I'm using the word imported. I'm trying to be politically correct to some fashion, but like Chinese welders, right? These are all, everything I've mentioned is sourced in China. Yes Welder, ArcCaptain, Andeli, Hizone, Winbegin. I don't know. I like look through my recent reviews in the last few months, and you'll see I have put my hands on greater than 6, probably closer to 10 different brands of imported welders, and the price is low. The acceptability of the welding capability is high. Let's just forget about like Miller and Lincoln and shit like that. Like, I mean, we have our like U.S. commercial products out there that cost $1,000, $2,000, $10,000. Okay, we are not ever comparing any of the stuff that we're talking about. Not even ArcCaptain and Yes Welder. We are not putting them up against Miller Dynasty systems or whatever. Like ESOB systems. It's just not happening. Okay, but here's the thing: the average guy, the average homeowner. Okay, there's like all over YouTube and whatnot, you got all these welding snobs, and they're, like, I run this and that. And you know what, Everlast, I'm actually going to move Everlast into that high-end group, because Everlast, they're no longer cheap welders. They're not competing here. They aren't. Everlast has taken their import status, and they have brought their price point and their quality point and their reliability point to a level that they're actually fighting in the low end arena against blue welders, red welders, and yellow welders. True. That is true, right? Okay. Now, back to my point. My point is that in these Chinese welders, I've sort of mentally been able to put some ranking to them as I go, as I keep touching things. And in my mental sort of list of how I'm going to rank, and let's just call them shit welders, right? Like they're not like the high end. You're not going to run your business on these, right? These are homeowner welders that are meant for use for small periods of the year, or once a year, once every other year, whatever. They're going to sit in your basement, your garage, or whatever. And I've said this before in some of my videos, but like, these aren't going to make you money. You're not going to buy these and run your business and build your whatever, right? That's not the point of these. The point of these bad boys, like, this is a 135 amp. It's a native 110 volt welder. right? This is going to fix your mowers and your whatever. Like, this is going to do your dumb little shit you need to do. This is a 220 volt stick welder. So it's a 110 volt native plug that has an adapter that you can plug that in right there. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we can plug into 220. We get a little bit more power out of it that way. But you're still running an inexpensive stick welder, okay? Now, like these high zones, these are good. There's nothing wrong with them. You want them. Like, they're cheap. They're less than $100, right? They're sub $100 welders. You want to weld. You want to be able to flux core weld. You want to be able to build your demolition derby car. You want to be able to fix your shit around your house. Look, 135 amp, 110 volt, plug it into your garage. Comes with what you need. Even comes with a sample 2-pound spool of wire right there to get you started, right? This will do that. This will get you into that demo derby or whatever it is you want to do. Fix your ATV. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. But these welders all work. They all work. The real question at the end of the day with all these different Chinese welders is, what's the quality of the components that come with them, and how long will they work? I can't answer that question. I can't stress test every welder that comes through my shop and tell you that I got 27 hours out of this and it's shit. And I took a Bestarc and I got 45 hours and it's shit. And I took an Andeli and I got 120 hours and it's shit. I can't tell you that. I can't do it, right? So based on weld performance and what I've seen, if you're going to ask me, kind of rank this shit, right? Like kind of put it in from the brands I've touched. I'm not going to talk about a brand I didn't touch. I can't do that. I'm not a moron here. So honestly, ArcCaptain, I'm going to put it at the top of my Chinese welders, and I'm going to put Yes Welder and Andeli. Andeli is a fabulous machine, right? Yes Welder, like ArcCaptain and Yes Welder have better marketing teams. So their name is out there. It's higher placed. It's more recognized, right? Okay. You get into like Andeli, LOTOS. LOTOS is another one. Like LOTOS is right there, dude. It's right up at the top. You ever seen an ad for LOTOS welders, Andeli welders? You probably haven't. They don't have a strong marketing team that's trying to push them up here. But I bet if you're on Facebook and you're into welders at all, I bet you're seeing ArcCaptain, and I bet you're seeing Yes Welder. I bet you're not seeing LOTOS. I bet you're not seeing Andeli. But you know what? If you're in that category, like I'm going to call them the high-end Chinese welders, and you're looking at Yes Welder, you sure shit ought to be looking at LOTOS and Andeli. You really should. Okay? Now, as you're coming down the row, right, and like Bestarc is a brand, they make a whole bunch of like plasma cutters, welders of various, like, flux core, gas, stick, whatever. And Bestarc, I look at Bestarc, and you know what I see as them? I see them at like pushing the price to the lowest point possible while holding the highest quality possible, right? Like they're kind of like really stressing the low price, but they're trying to deliver a product that's pretty goddamn good. Okay. Now these high zones, again, I have not plugged them in. I haven't welded a dang thing with them. Reading the specs on these $100 welders, less than $100 welders with the coupons. They look like they have a lot of the features that you want that almost put these as a direct competitor into the Bestarc range, because like stick welders, like these have like the VRD, the anti-stick, like they have the high start amperage. They have a lot of options built into them that are cool. Now, another difference that, like, you as a consumer, you're looking at welders and you're thinking like, do I want like synergy or do I want manual? There's a give and take there. Personally, I've been welding for 30 years. Synergy didn't exist. I don't give a shit about it. Is it cool? Is it neat? Yeah. If you know what, if you don't know what you're doing and you want to be able to go in there and select, I got a 35 mil wire and I'm going to weld on an 1/8 inch thick part and I'm going to run non-gas, flux core, and I have no freaking clue what I want for wire speed, amperage, for voltage, for anything. Synergy is cool. It is cool, right? Because for you, it gets you close to me, right? I just know that shit because I've been welding for decades, right? You haven't. Obviously, you're not a pro if you're buying any of the shit I'm talking about. You're not a pro, right? You're not making your family's money with this stuff, right? That's not how it's working. You're the dude that has a broken lawnmower, or the dude building a custom frame for a go-kart or something like that. You're the dude that's buying this stuff, right? So you don't live your life welding. Truth. That's truth. So Chinese welders, I don't give a shit if it's blue, yellow, burgundy, gray, whatever, like all the different shit. Dude, I got welders. I got dozens of welders stacked over there. I don't give a shit which one you buy. You're going to build that ATV. You're going to do what you want to do. And these things, we're going to do it. Even these high zones, I have 99% confidence that when I plug these in, they're going to fucking weld, right? So, hey, do me a favor, like, follow, subscribe. That helps me, not you. It helps me, right? And I'll keep talking truth, and you're going to keep hearing me. And you can make your decision on what color welder you want to buy. And if you're looking for higher or lower end, I can tell you where they are because I've touched them all. I've finger fucked them all. And I'll tell you that, again, ArcCaptain, they're right up there, dude. Yes Welder, LOTOS, Andeli, they're right hanging in the background right there, man. And you want to drop down into the low end stuff, you want high end, low end shit, Bestarc. It's like good shit. Literally take those two words, good shit. 2 words. Take them as they are meant. Good shit, right? Drop below that and you start getting into Winbegin and some of these other brands that you'll see that I have reviewed. High Zone. I actually have high hopes for these. I'm going to run these today. I'm going to do another video. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate you.